Okay, imagine this. You're deep into a paragraph. The words are finally moving, and then your screen blinks. A half-sent message, a calendar change. Your flow collapses, and suddenly, your whole afternoon feels off. I've got 3 60-second recoveries you can use the moment that happens. Each one is short, repeatable, and ends with one tiny piece of verifiable evidence, so you actually get back to work instead of replaying the interruption. Let's dive in.
Quick frame before we begin. Interruptions drain more than attention. They trigger physiology. Heart rate nudges up, thoughts scatter. You lose the narrative thread of your work. These recoveries are not for emergencies. Do not run them while driving, operating equipment, or in a medical crisis. Also, use consent language when the interruption involves another person. Keep safety and relationship-first thinking in mind.
Here's the map. Pause, reset, boundary reframe, resume block. One decision rule. Choose exactly one recovery per interruption. Don't layer rituals. Simplicity wins. Each recovery takes about 60 seconds and must finish with micro-evidence, a time-stamped note, a calendar slot, a tiny deliverable. That micro-evidence turns intention into measurable follow-through.
Recovery 1. Pause, reset. Use this when the interruption is internal. Your focus evaporated, you feel reactive, you need to recenter before proceeding. Exact 60-second script you can say to yourself or out loud. Stop. Take one slow breath in and a long exhale. Name your state in one line. I'm pulled out of flow and need 60 seconds to reset. Set a phone timer for 60 seconds. For the next 60 seconds, do 2 things. Breathe with a 4 count in, 6 count out for 3 cycles. Then write one micro-evidence line, 10 words that state your next verifiable step and a timestamp. Example micro-evidence. Resume draft, write second paragraph, 2:13 p.m. That final line closes the ritual and creates proof you can look back on.
Tone variance for pause reset. Warm. Say to yourself in a soft, kind voice, okay, breathe, I'm okay. 60 seconds to reset. Neutral. Short and factual. Pause. Reset for 60 seconds. Firm. If you need boundaries with yourself, stop. 60 seconds. Then resume. Choose the tone that fits the setting and your relationship to the interruption.
Recovery 2. Boundary reframe. Use this when someone else pulls you in. A client asks for an unplanned task, a teammate interrupts a deep session, or a family member needs instant attention, but it's negotiable. Public script. Short, polite, consent first. Thanks. Quick pause. I can take this now and deliver X by Y, or I can finish my current block and return at Z. Which do you prefer? Private script. Faster for people you work with often. I can shift now and deliver a short update by 3:15, or I can return at 4 and give it full attention. Which works? Important. End with micro-evidence. Agree on a time, or capture the decision in a one-line note with a timestamp.
A few tips for boundary reframe. Always offer a real option and a realistic time window. Use consent language. You're asking for permission to reorder priorities, not dictating. When in doubt, soften with a quick, if now isn't good, I'll take 30 minutes and follow up at X. That way you protect flow without creating friction.
Recovery 3. Resume block. This one locks a concrete next step, so the interruption can't keep stealing attention. 60-second routine. Decide the shortest, meaningful focus window you can commit to, 25 or 30 minutes. Create micro-evidence by blocking the calendar or setting a timer and writing one micro-task you'll finish in that window. Say this one-line automation template when you need speed. Putting a 30-minute focus block on the calendar now at start time. I will complete one micro-task and send a 30-second update by end time. Then set the calendar or timer. Timestamp it. Done. The combination of scheduled time plus one microtask is your resume block.
Delivery mechanics. private language versus visible language. If you're in private, you can use the internal pause reset or whisper the boundary reframe. Visible language? Use short public phrasing so listeners know what's happening without drama. Nonverbal anchors help. Fingertip tap for pause reset, placing your hand on the desk to signal resume block. And remember, every recovery must finish with one observable piece of micro-evidence, a time-stamped note, a calendar block, a tiny deliverable, so these rituals don't become feel-good avoidance.
Accessibility alternatives. If breathing is hard in public, use a breath-only pause reset. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6. Internally count 3 cycles, and then write a one-line note when you can. If sensory sensitivity is an issue, use a tactile fingertip anchor instead of audible breathing. For text-based interruptions, use a short template. Note it. I can take this at 2:30 and send a 30-second update by 3. Do you prefer that? Those text templates function as boundary reframes in messaging.
Worked example A. Client pivot. You get a message. Can you also add X to the deliverable today? Use boundary reframe. Say, quick pause, thank you. I can fold X in and deliver by end of day if I reduce Y. Or I can deliver the original scope now and add X in a follow-up by Tuesday at 10 a.m. Which would you prefer? If they pick a time, capture micro-evidence. Send a one-line confirmation message with the agreed timestamp or make the calendar entry immediately. Then run a resume block to finish the agreed item.
Worked example B. A child interrupts while you're on a call. Choose pause reset with family-friendly phrasing. Quietly to the child, give me 60 seconds. Can you hold that for me? I'll be with you after this song. Start your 60-second breathe reset. Then write a micro-evidence line. Resumed call. Returned to child at 4:12 p.m. Spent 2 minutes. That note keeps your work accountable and preserves the dignity of the moment for both you and your family.
The 3-day interrupt probe. Simple experiment. For 3 days, pick one recovery to test any time you're interrupted. Track 3 conservative metrics: total regret minutes, how long you replay the interruption; resumed focus minutes, minutes spent in meaningful focus after the recovery; and micro-evidence captured, count of verified actions. Logging template: date, interruption type, recovery used, micro-evidence, 1 line, resumed focus minutes, regret minutes. At the end of 3 days, compare patterns. If interruptions repeat in the same context, that's a signal to change systems, not just habits.
Common failure modes and quick fixes. 1. Weaponizing boundaries, using boundary reframe as a power move. Fix, lead with consent and an option. 2. Using recoveries as avoidance, ritual without action. Fix, micro-evidence is mandatory. If you skip it, restart the recovery and finish the evidence. 3. Attempting recoveries during true emergencies. Stop and choose safety. If interruptions are frequent and harmful, escalate to structural changes. Delegate, adjust your calendar, or redesign workflows.
Guided micro-practice. Let's run a 60-second pause reset together. Sit comfortably. Stop what you're doing for 1 breath. Breathe in for 4 and out for 6. Repeat 2 more times. Now say to yourself quietly, I am pulled out of flow, and I will take 60 seconds to reset. Set a timer for 60 seconds now. When it ends, write 1 micro-evidence line, the next micro-task, and a timestamp. If you just did that, nice. You just practiced a recovery you can use in real time.
Before we go, try 1 recovery this week. Run the 3-day interrupt probe if you can. Log the micro-evidence for each run, and then leave a short review naming the script you used and 1 measurable result. 2 sentences is perfect. Those reviews help others know which scripts land in real life. I'll be testing these too, refining language and examples based on your feedback.
Thanks for listening. Small rituals protect your attention. Use 1 minute to save hours of momentum. Try it, log it, and tell me what changed.